Hey guys, V here. Today I'm going to be doing the Blacksmith of the Flame bonus stage. So, like most bonus stages, there's 3 fights. First is with a Terror Knight, a kind of undead knight. You might know him from the Scorn of the Beasts trial. Then we've got Experiment 44, kind of like he's been a story boss a few times. And finally we have the Intangier. So that's what we're going to be fighting today. So we need a team that can deal with all those things. For the first guy, we're especially going to need a Re-Raiser, because once he hits 0 HP, he unleashes a AoE death on the party. For the second guy, we're not going to need too much. A physical tank is obviously going to be needed, a magical tank is super helpful. And for the Intangier, just Intangier stuff, he will sleep every 2 turns, so we want to avoid waking him up when he does that. So anyways, this is a team that I use to clear this stage. I have Demon Rune here, set up for 100% evasion. I've got my Awakened Ring here. I have him geared slightly different than usual. I have him geared for High Spirit rather than Elemental Resistance, because Elemental Resistance isn't really going to be a big deal in this fight. I have Maritime Strategist Nichol as my buffer. You do not need this kind of setup on him. That's just kind of what I like to run as default. You can really just set him up however you think is best. High MP is always great on him, and Limit Burst, obviously. I have 2B as both my breaker and my damage dealer. 2B is pretty good for this fight because not only does she combine those roles, but she's gonna also be able to deal lightning damage, and none of the bosses resist lightning, so it's a good versatile kind of element to be using on these bosses. You don't have to use it, though I would highly recommend not using wind, water, or earth, as the second boss resists those things. But yeah, as you can see, she's equipped with an Again arm for Limit Burst, and then, yeah, a King of the Beasts is going to be useful for the Intangier because that guy is a beast. Next we have Lotus Mage Fina, and there's nothing too special on her either. She's just equipped for High Limit Burst, so that we'll get plenty of re-raising in there. I would highly recommend Lotus Mage Fina for your healer if you have her. If you don't, Foka and Ayaka will work just as well, and Rem is also an alternative. But Fina's pretty great because not only can she get AoE re-raise very easily, she's also going to be helpful for the Intangier for getting that no recovery magic achievement. And I have a friend 2B here, and this 2B is equipped with a lightning weapon, a Tenetris, and that's going to be again useful just for lightning damage. Anyways, that's the team, let's go in. So this is the bonus stage 1. We're supposed to not use Limit Bursts. We have to deal lightning, wind, and earth damage twice or more. And we're supposed to evoke an Esper. As you can see, I didn't manage it when I cleared the stage. Unfortunately, I didn't get the drops I needed. But we'll try this time, see what RNG gives us. This is a Terror Knight. He is undead, and Raise and healing magic do work against him, so not this turn, but next turn I'm actually going to be using that to take him out before he does any dumb Team Dispel silliness. So then I'm just going to have Demon Rain provoke physical attacks and Awaken Rain magic cover. I'm going to use Nichol to try to get that Esper gauge up with Heroic Stance and Barrier Stance. That's not too bad. Could be better, but it's not too bad. And with my 2Bs, I'm going to use Supreme Support Weapon, so I can imperil them not imperil, imbue them both next turn. And Fina is going to Eternal Light, which is going to put Relays on everyone, without using a Limit Burst. So as you saw there, Awakened Rain soaked up that damage, Demon Rain's doing some nice counters, and we are one Esper Orb away from achieving our goal. So I'm going to do my best to get that, but I also need to worry about my other achievements, so getting that Lightning, Earth, and Wind damage in. For the Wind damage, I'm going to use Nichol equipped with Leviathan to cast 2 Auroras. My tanks here can both cast Stonga, so I'm going to quickly do that. Oh, and I got an Esper Orb, perfect. That's great for me, because now I can just use Hellfire with one of my 2Bs. And I'm going to... Okay, so this is my friend 2B, and she does have a lightning weapon on. So I can just do speed to get in the double damage that I need. She does have dual wield. So she's got 2 weapons, and she'll be attacking twice. And in the meantime, I can Libra with Fina, and I'm going to use full life on the Terra Knight in order to kill it. So let's go. And there we go. I'll just leave this up here so you can see his stats. Fortunately, I didn't have to hurt him with the Esper. It's just a summon mission. And there we go, there his AoE death, but that was fine because Lotus Mage Fina protected everyone. Anyways, that's that fight down. And there I've got my Esper mission. So let's get on to the second battle. The Experiment 44 is a little bit of a damage sponge, but 2B can make decent work of him. His main gimmick is that he is weak to fire. He will take quite a bit of damage from fire, but as soon as you hit him with fire, the next turn he will buff himself to protect himself against both physical and magical damage. So hitting him with fire actually really isn't all that convenient. So I'm going to be trying to leave dealing fire damage till the end. If you do hit him with fire damage, he will not do his usual attacks. He actually goes into an alternate pattern, and I believe if you hit him more than 3 times, he will snort one of your units, usually your physical tank, which can prove kind of dangerous. So that's another reason I'm going to be trying to avoid dealing too much fire damage. Anyways, let's go in. So, the experiment will not be dealing magic damage for a little bit, for a few turns, so I have time to set up Purification with Awakened Rain, which will protect me from ailments, and Demon Rain can physical cover. Nichol, I'm going to set up some mitigations just to protect everyone, make sure that nothing bad happens. And I'm going to set up my rotation with my 2Bs, get some support weapon going. Fina is pretty flexible in this fight. She ideally won't have to do too much. I'm just going to set up a raise on her and Awaken Ring, just in case. As you see, he's going to try to attack my units, but he can't really do much, because Demon Ring protects them. The benefit of Demon Ring, of course, is that he can get everyone quite a bit of limit crystals. Anyways. Nichol also has a bit of a flexible rotation here, he can do quite a bit. He doesn't have to, he's not locked into anything too specific. I'm just going to boost my defense and speed a little bit, and also give us some more limit crystals. My 2 bees I'm going to imperil this guy with. And I'll just be defending, and I will energy wall with Awakened Ring despite not looking for magic damage right away, just in case. And Judgment Cross is up, so I might as well do that with Fina. Ideally I won't be dying, but we'll see what happens. So now the experiment is going to mana drain my Demon Rain, but it's not too big of a deal. Fortunately, Demon Rain doesn't need too much mana to be doing what he needs to do. And I have quite a few mana healers on this team, so I should be okay. I'm going to True Charge Spear with my 2 bees. Give them both lightning, because right now only one of my 2 bees actually deals lightning damage. I'm going to Scarlet Seal with my Awakened Ring to give Demon Rain a little bit of mana. Same with Fina, going to Manatopia to give him a little bit of mana. And with Nichol, I'm going to Lone Stance my 2 bees. Demon Rain doesn't really have much to do here. I'm just going to preemptively have him physical cover again. So that Gaseous Dissemination there, that would have dealt us some status ailments, but we're protected from that, so we're alright. And Demon Rain will just keep doing his thing, whittling this guy down. And now I'm going to add fire damage to my Demon Rain's attacks. This is a little bit risky, because it means that my Demon Rain is going to be countering with fire damage. And again, that will probably cause the experiment to get a little upset with us. But we should be okay. We shouldn't be in too much danger, because, you know, just mitigate with Nichol, and again have my Fina's cast Judgment Cross. And as you see, the Olympus deals quite a bit of damage. So that Venom Blast is a magical attack, that's why I use Energy Wall with Awakened Rain now, a few turns back. And next turn that experiment is going to be putting that buff on himself. So I'm going to have to watch my damage a little bit, starting from here. But at least I've got my fire damage in. Now I can use your Sword Stance, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to Energy Wall again with Awakened Rain. And I'm going to Ancient Formula with my Nichols. Demon Rain doesn't have to do too much right now. So, with my Fina, I'm just going to Manatopia again to try to preempt his mana drain. Let me go first. I've changed my mind, sorry. With Fina, I'm just going to quickly Kiraja because I don't really like where Awakened Ruin's health is right now. And now we will go Energy Wall. My 2Bs go, and yeah, so as you can see, they deal quite a bit of damage. And next turn, we are in a pretty decent place to set up a kill. So not provoking them with Demon Rain was a little bit dangerous. I might have been a little bit safer to do that, but it's okay. We're gonna be fine. Unfortunately now the experiment will be mitigating my damage. As you can see, boosted resistance to physical and magical attacks. So it is going to be a little bit tricky to hurt him. So I'm going to take this time to set up True Charge Blade with my 2Bs, so that next turn I'm in a better position to actually kill. I'm just going to quickly cure. And Rain I'm going to actually Astral Guard with, just in case. Now I will provoke with my Demon Ring. And my Nichol. I'm going to set up mitigations again. So yeah, you can see the effect of that physical resistance. I'm really getting nowhere. But this guy's playing nice. He's not snorting my Demon Rain. And my Demon Rain will have dealt the fire damage required just through counters. So we're going to be all set to kill him now. We're going to enter, when we enter the Intangler, we're going to be in a pretty good position in terms of mana and health. Once Rain, does his thing. Okay. Now we can Limit Burst he still has a bit of resistance, which is unfortunate. But I believe I should be able to take out 4% HP anyways. I'm gonna do that. Utopia. I'm gonna Lone Stance with Nichol just to make sure that these guys can deal enough damage. And just in case I was wrong, I'm going to set up my tanks. Okay. Yikes, okay, I'm going to have to be a little more patient, that's fine. Oh jeez, okay, so that's the snort I was talking about. So we're in a bit of a dangerous position right now. This is not a good place to be. But fortunately the experiment didn't kill anyone. That's the important thing here. It means I'm going to have to set up a little differently now. I'm going to Kiraja, and I'm going to put Re-Raise on Awakened Rain. With Awakened Rain, I'm going to stand out. He's going to be taking the damage. Unfortunately, this means he will probably die, and I'm going to lose one of my achievements. But I'm going to try to make sure that he does not die. I'm going to buff everyone's defense and spirit, try to protect them, and my 2Bs are just going to set up Supreme Support Weapon again to break this guy, and to set up so they are in a good place to eventually kill. Yeah, as you see, Rain wasn't strong enough to tank all that damage without a re-raise, which is really unfortunate, but that just happens when I get snorted, when I can't quite kill. Again, unfortunate, it means I would lose out on that achievement. I was much luckier my first time around. I didn't get snorted. I'm just going to quickly restore Awakened Rain's mana because he needs to stand out again to protect everyone. And I don't want to kill him. I do want to kill him with the Limit Burst, so I have to be careful in what I do to actually injure him. So unfortunately I'm going to have to be trying to game Limit Burst the slow way, so that I don't kill him. Oh jeez. Okay. Great. We can still work with this. Okay, so my Demon Rain's back. Unfortunately, that experiment was not playing nice and did not target my Rain. He killed a lot of people. But it's okay because I have Phoenix. I'm just going to quickly bring them all back. And now that my Demon Rain's back, I can defend, or cover everyone. I could kill him now, but again, I really want to try to get that achievement if possible. That means I'm going to have to be patient. I'm just going to use Pod Charge. You see, he's kind of gone back to what he was doing before, which was a lot of physical attacks. Alright, this is a little bit of a disaster. This didn't happen to me my first run through. Actually, things went very smoothly that time. I'm not really sure. It doesn't matter. At least I can show you guys how to recover from a bit of a dangerous situation here. Anyways, so I'm gonna try to get some Esper Gauge back in preparation for the Entangier here. That's all I'm doing here. Don't have to worry too much about that. I'm gonna be trying to use Awakened Rain to kill this guy. And I'm gonna use True Charge Blade. Oh, no, I'm not gonna use True Charge Blade. I'm going to use Your Swords Dance to properly chain and make sure that he dies. And with Fina, I'm just going to Kiraja to try to get our health in a good place for the next fight. Okay, so let's go. And there we go, we've taken him down, and we've taken him down with an LB. So sorry about that, it was a bit of a disaster, but as you can see, even in a very dire situation like that, you can recover. So that's that fight, and hopefully the Entangier is going to give us a better time than that did. So here's bonus stage 3, this is the last fight, this is the Entangier. And quickly get some energy back, and then we're gonna go in. So no matter what you do, the Entangier is gonna strike first and reduce our health quite low. But he's gonna go to sleep immediately after, and this gives us time to set up. So I'm gonna Eternal Light first with Fina, give everyone re-raise, and return everyone's health to good levels. First I'm going to use Purification with Awakened Rain. Because this guy is going to be sleeping, I don't have to immediately... Geez, what's the word? I guess magic cover with Awakened Rain. I'm going to set up this stuff anyways, and I'm going to set up some mitigation with Nichol. And with my 2Ds, I'm just going to set up with Supreme Support Weapon. Yeah, so he sleeps, he doesn't do anything this turn, which is good for us. We don't want any complications yet. And everyone has re-raised, so Fina is in a pretty okay position. Remember, we don't want to be using recovery magic. We only want to be using Fina's abilities in Limit Burst if possible. But we also want to dispel his buff. So what I'm going to do is actually going to use Nichol to do that. He has Sharp Kick, and that will get rid of the Entangier's buffs there. Awakened Rain will now Energy Wall in order to protect the team. Awakened Rain doesn't have much he has to do. I'm going to entrust to 2B, just that she's ready to use her Limit Burst. And I'm going to True Charge Volt with my 2Bs in order to imperil this Entangier. So, I'm going to do that. Now the Entangier is woken up. He's going to be very angry. He's going to kill Awakened Rain here. But this is re-raise, he'll come back. And things should be okay. Now, we haven't hit the Entangier, so he should go back to sleep. I just pod charge here, because we don't want to be hitting him. With Fina, I'm just going to... I'm going to Manatopia with Fina. And I will Judgment Cross next turn in order to set up re-raise again. Nichol here. I am going to use... I'm going to mitigate again with him, just so that Awakened Rain will be protected once more. And again, I want to set up Energy Wall with Awakened Rain because he died and he needs to magic cover the team again. Again, Demon Rain doesn't have to do too much here. I'm going to have him defend again, just in case. So once more, the Entangier's asleep. And again, I don't want to get rid of his... They want to get rid of his buffs, so again I'm going to use Sharp Kick with Nichol. And I have my Esperoids up. And then with Fina, I'm going to use Judgment Cross, just to set up a re-raise on Awakened Rain without having to use any recovery magic. Awakened Rain, I'm going to use Purification. Again, to protect against status ailments, we do not want those. And Demon Rain is actually going to use Ignite in order to buff my 2Bs a little bit. And with my 2Bs, I'm going to True Charge Spear. So the Entangier wakes up again. He tries to status us, but he can't. He again deals quite a bit of damage to Awakened Rain, but this time he survived, which is nice. We like to have him survive. And the Entangier falls asleep again. But fortunately this time, we are ready. We are ready now to kill. We have our 2Bs up. Things are looking good. So this time, I'm actually going to use Fina here to dispel, and only to dispel, because that doesn't count as recovery magic. My Nichol is going to Tsunami, and I'm going to Scarlet Heal. And again, I'm going to Ignite with my Demon Rain. Quickly dispel the Entangier, and my 2Bs, and Nichol will get the kill. So let's summon our Esper. Leviathan's has a pretty nice window of attack here. She is pretty tolerant of bad timing on the Esper kill. So let's go, let's shoot this guy down, and there you go, the Entangier is dead. And that's the fight. So we used no recovery magic, we didn't use items, and we killed the Entangier with Leviathan. And there we go, that's really it. So, some really unfortunate patterns in part 2, but apart from that, the fights went pretty smoothly. Entangier was nice to us, and there's not really much else to say here. The experiment is a little tricky, but with the right setup, you really can recover from that kind of dangerous spot of getting your tank snorted. It's a bit more forgiving than I'd say most snort fights are. And yeah, that's really it. As long as you're mindful of the Entangier, you should be okay during that phase. Anyways, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment on the video. I'll try to answer what I can. I'm not an expert, but I'll try my best. And if you like this video, please like it. Please subscribe if you want more, because my intention is to do more on this channel. Anyways, that's probably all from me for tonight. Fee out.